So let's open this up, man. I'm unboxing. And we're going to go through. I don't do pulls. So I'm not a big pull guy. So I don't know if I got anything good or bad. I assume they already looked through it, so I might not get the best cards. But let's look. First card, Sandy Alomar, man. I like it. Glenn Abbott. I might make them into sections. Because see, kind of look the same. I'll put them in that section. Gary Templeton. Have you seen my head rocking back and forth? I got acid and it hurts. And I can't burp right now. Merk Lee. I guess we could put that in there. We have Dan Murphy. There's 500 plus cards in here. I want to do it all. Hopefully my memory stays. Andre Dawson. MLB The Show. I think this is the one they show on MLB The Show, so I might keep that in a separate pile. Ew, Melky Cabrera. He was a good player back then. Todd Stoudemire, right? Jerry Terrell. Excuse me. That's the acid I'm talking about. Junior Ortiz. Trevor Wilson. I don't know where I'm going to put that. Probably in that section. Mark Lee again. So we got two Mark Lees. Let's put that there. Put that in a separate. Oh, it looked like Randy Johnson, but it's actually Larry Anderson. Put it right there for now. So we got Craig Harris and Gerald Clark. Wonder if I get, Harry Kendrick. One of my favorite. Because the name. I also like the player too. I just don't go for names. Like, there might be some new ones in here. Alright, I got Manny Ramirez, man. That's one of my favorite players. Darren Erstad. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Apologize for moving it too quickly. Ken Gaminiti, I think. Brian Jordan. That's just my bat. I showed off another video. These are kind of new. Maybe I should put that one in there. Alright, so we got Pete. Somebody. Deuce Storen. Nick Tapino, I think. Alejandro Diaz. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing these names. This guy, I don't know this guy. Doug Strange. Very strange man. Let's put it right there. Jesse Jefferson. Put it right there in that pile. Mark Newfield. If you see jump cuts in here, that means I gotta delete some data, and I don't want to. John Joa. Put it in there, kind of. I got a manager card. Ooh, keep that right there. That might be... Like I said, I don't know if these are valuable or not. But Ed Lynch. Ed Lynch. Actually, let's put that right there. That right there. Bud Harrelson. Put that right there. Jeff Treadway. Excuse me. Dave Concepcion. I don't know why that name sounds familiar. I've never seen him play. George Orta. So, let's put them both in this section. Steve, whatever that last name is. Kareem Garcia. I'll put that there. Milton Thompson. Jose Lynn. Put that right there. Maybe put that right there. Ernie Plunk. Oh, shit. Ernie Plunk. No, Eric Plunk. Tony Pena. Luis Aquino. All right, I put that right there. And David West. Greg Gage, Dave Edlin. I don't know if that's part of the family in Florida. If I'm thinking of the right family. Woo. Lou Polina. Randy Mulligan, I think. Can't pick them up. So I'm going to put my absolute favorite with Manny Ramirez somewhere over here. I'm going to go through 1,000 cards, hopefully today. Well, today my time. It'll be 2 separate videos. Ooh, Cecil Fielder. Prince Fielder's son. I don't know why I can't talk. Barry Jones. I got 2 Barry Joneses. Since we're early into this, I'm going to keep the duplicates together. I got Tyler Lindsay. I don't know. I might keep that one. It says first Bowman card, so that might be worth something. Rick Mandler. Terry Steinbeck. Steinbot. I got a manager card back when he was playing. Scott Service. manager card. Ooh, Chili Davis. Julio Franco. I heard he played like until, I don't know if it's the right guy, but one Julio Franco kept playing until he was like 49 or 50. Wally Joyner. I saw him recently on MLB Network. Ooh, we got Greg Vaughn. These are my time. Stan Javier. Never knew him. Robert Castilla. Yeah, I'm sorry if I... Ooh. Oh, this is his dad. Delino DeShields. I know Delino DeShields Jr. I can't even see. Dale Murphy. It's a different one, I think, because he's in his Phillies uniform. Like, these are duplicates, so keep them together, maybe sell them, I don't know. Like I said, they could be worth lots of money or 2 cents. It's not good, I'm dropping them on the floor. Todd Hausman. Mark Portugal. Dennis Martinez. I don't know where to put that. Let's put it right there. Actually, since Andre Dawson is alone, we'll put it right there. Whitey Herzog. He's a good manager. I didn't watch him manage, but everybody says he's like the excellent. Roger Mason. Rick Latch. Barry Jones. Actually, let's put that somewhere else. Luis Salazar. Ty Gainley. Where would that go? I'll put it right there. Brian Harper. Felix Jose. Kevin McReynolds. Don Powell. I think that's how you say it. Pall. Bart Houston. I gotta show you all the cards. I don't. But Watts. Ray Knight. John Henry Johnson. Rick Watts again. Let's see if it's the same. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Ooh. Jorge Soler. Put that right there. Henry Cotto. Put that right there. Dave, I'm not even going to pronounce the last name. Derek Bell. Actually, I had to open deck somewhere. Put it right here. Deion Jones, James, Ed, I don't know. Put him right there. Salvador Perez. Philip Huntman. Ernie Riles, I think. Eric Plunk again. Gary Alexander. And Dave, whatever. Oh. 2 Daves. Put that on that, I guess. Don Alexander. Or Doyle Alexander. Kevin Sitzer. Louis Meadows, I think. Meadows, not like metal. Goose Scotches. Rich Scotches. I don't know. Bob Boone. The father of Aaron Boone, I think. Is that a manager? Alright, that's not a manager card. Will Clark. Cool card. Dwayne Kuiper. Alright. He's not my favorite name, but he's my favorite announcer. Dave Roberts. Jermo Pena. Max Venable. Rob Millicoat, I think. Mike Morgan. And Jerry Remy, I think. Andrew Allison. Dave Stewart. Kind of bent. I don't like it. Here's the other guy. Prince's father. Actually. Mike Morgan, Jose Moschino, I think. Todd, you can read it. I'm not going to butcher his name. Darnold Knowles. Ron LaFleur. Max Venable again. Kevin Brown. Mark Williamson. Darrell Hamilton. Bento. I know him, but I don't want to butcher his name. Because I think he's a Hall of Famer, right? Damon Berryhill. Jory Reed. Jody Reed. Ted Power. How many home runs did he hit? Oh, he's a pitcher. With a name like Power, he used to be hitting. I have no idea why I put those over there. Let's put them right there. Lloyd, whatever. Danny Darwin. Mark Langston. Ew, Mike Scioscia. Just had to make sure it was him. Bill Buckner. He's the dude who missed the ball coming to first base. I don't think he can ever live that down. I don't know if he's still alive, though. So, if not, RP. Got another. Where did I put it? Right here. This is Rick Sutcliffe. Yep. I put it right there, maybe. Or put it right there, I guess. Mark Harty, I think. I do not know. Junior Felix. Kevin Appier, I think. Dave that. Rick Dower, I think. And Tom Hume. Annie Echeverria. Matt Moore. Pat Neshek. Josh Fegley. Johnny Cueto. Eric Hansen. Paul Gibson. Royce Clayton. Scott Thomas. Let's get bigger batches next time. Dave whoever. Kevin Mitchell. Trevor Wilson. Tim Wakefield, but I don't know if that's the OG Tim Wakefield or something, because it says Pirates. But I don't think he played with the Pirates. I'm going to put it here. And maybe check my phone later. So we got Rick, that person. We got Greg Breslow. Actually, let's put Tim Wakefield with Manny Ramirez, I mean. I got a card. I don't know what that is. Might be special, might be worth nothing. So we got Chris Young. Didn't know he was a Red Sox. Danny Cox. Jose Batista. But not the Jose Batista I love. I'm sorry, I have allergies too, and I don't want to sneeze. Is that Lupalella? Lupalella? Will Clark. I thought there was only one Will Clark, and that was back in like the 60s. He's a newer person. Jim Abbott. Ooh. Perfect. It's perfect when you don't have to go through. I don't know how many cards I went through already, but I only have that many. Scott Broseless. Bill Lamburn, I think. So where would I put these? I guess put them with the Pinnacles. Joel Johnson. Rick Sufflick. Bye-bye again. But different card. I don't think I have that one. Is this Andy Van Dyke? Or Slike? I think his son played for the Dodgers, if I'm correct. But I think his name's Andy Van Dyke, but I'm not certain. And another... I'll put that right there. Did I ever show you this card? I don't think I did. That's why I was looking at it for a little bit. Looks like it means something. James Barr. Rick Honeycutt. Tom Brokens. That looks like Don Madley. Luis Gomez. Excuse me again. Angels. Junior Felix. Gary. This guy. Thinking if he's related to Mark Burley. I don't know if that's the correct last name. It looks like the correct last name to me, but I don't know. Jeff. Actually, let's take those out. Let's put one right there. One right there, maybe. Glenn, this guy. Jake Buhner. Put him in the show pack, I guess. Another one. Man, I got so many. Cam. Actually, sometimes I put them in the wrong grouping. I apologize for that. These are all the old-time baseball cards, I think. I'm not putting them in any specific order. I'm just If they look old, I put them in the old. If they look newish, like, kind of remember these in the 90s and stuff. They try to look cool, but retrospect, they're not. They look cringe. Canned bed roses. Alright, he's the new guy. We can put him right there. Joe Cannon. Gene Walter. Bob Berlin, I think. Bob James. Roger South. Yeah. Put him right there. Greg, whoever. Rob Nelson, I think. Doug Flynn. Greg Gaines. Michael Bourne. Ooh. This guy, I don't know who that is, so name I'm going to attempt to say it. Chuck Carr, I guess. Bob Grant. Gary Ward. This is Lance McCullers. Dad, baby. I know, I like Lance McCullers. This guy. Mike Sednick, right? Mario Soto. Well, this guy and this guy. I think it's Lou Widowmaker. Ronnie Childress. And this guy. Sorry if I'm taking breaks during ooh. Shouldn't go in order, but this is Bud Black. Rick, whoever that name is. Jim Walford. Mike Davis. Calvin Cerati or somebody. Don't know. That's the back of the card. The air is getting on. I don't know if it's hard for you to hear that. Because I don't want you to hear it. I just want you to hear me. You got a war card. Ooh. Excuse me, Stephen Vogt. Mark Davis again. Ooh. Bob Melvin. I'm gonna feel real old. I already do, because Stephen Vogt is a manager already. But when foreign players become, ooh, I got prime time, baby. Prime time. I got Vince Law. Got Kev Mitchell. Put that right there. Roger Mason. And Lionel the Shields. Johnny Ray. Tom Glavine. Bill Camper. Frank White. Excuse me again. You can press this like button if you want for me burping throughout the whole video. Willie Fraser. Just put him here. Actually, put that there. Tracy Jones. Irvin Freeman. Put him right there, I guess. Todd Burns. Henry Rodriguez. Ooh. I like when they come sell duplicates. Curve round, I don't know. Jody Reed, newer card. Kevin. And Jeff Robertson. Pedro Guerrero. I don't know if I remember him as much. Mike, this guy, I think that's Mike Sosa or something. I don't know. Kind of Jerry Turnell, Paul Mitchell. Doug. Little. Barry Bonell. Bobby Teagan. Teague-Pen. Felix Jose. Dwight Smith. Bob whoever. Dave Clark, Dave Smith. Mike, whoever. This guy, Robin Mason, I think. Gary. Bill Lee, Jose, this guy, Mike Jackson, Jeff Russell, Andre Johnson again. Bobby Dahlback. This guy. This guy. And Chat Lemon, I think. I don't know how long I have, so I want to wrap this up, but I'm just getting all the cards. All right. That's all the cards we got to go through. Jeff Nelson. Brian Hunter. Mark Terrell. Ernie Riles. Mark Newfield. Jose Valentin, I think. Scott, whoever that is. Jose Mesa. Brooke Jacoby. Ray Langford. Bobby, I was waiting for this. This guy has a big check coming every year. Mitch Williams. I was looking for this. Harold Reynolds, baby. MLB Network. Put it in my favorites. Doyle Alexander. Bill Stein. Jason whoever. Bree, maybe? I don't know. That guy. Will Clark. Excuse me. Grant Jackson. Tom Hume again. So that's a duplicate. I'm gonna look through these and find duplicates again. So we got Tom Hutton. That's what I want. I don't want duplicates, but I want them back to back if they are. Ray Frosty. Dave Igor, I think. This guy. Rafael Santana. David Concepcion again. Andre Thomas. Thomas Michael Foley. Probably didn't need to say his full name. Tom Hume again. Eric King. This guy. Yeah, put him there. Tim McCarver. Put him over there. Brad Osmus. Might keep that card here. Pedro whoever. Mike Torres. Otis Nixon. Jimmy Nelson. Adam Warren. Mario Soto. Mike Flanagan. Will Tejada, I think. Scott, whoever. Juan Gonzalez. Mike Young. Billy Bean. Is it Mike Young? Ooh, BJ Upton. Well, right now it's Melvin Upton. Joel Youngblood. What you doing, Youngblood? Lonnie Smith. I guess we can... Nah, leave him in there. Tyler Chatwood. Molly Joyner again. Rob Allen. Actually, let's put him in there. Ken Hill. Luis Ortiz. Wade Boggs and this other guy. Todd Burns. Willie Peralta. Alright, I should do those. These are red. Dave Lilliquist or something. Eddie Murray. This guy. Rick Sewell, that guy. Jeff. Buddy Bell. Scott Fletcher in. It might be the first time I got him, I don't know. Dennis Hausman, I think. Doug Slop. Steve Lake. Alfaro Espinoza. Rob Nen. Garrett Anderson. These look like main cards. I'm going to keep it. Troy Hawkins. Agner Renteria. I love his batting stance. Hopefully he becomes a legend in MLB The Show. Francisco Cordero. Felix Furman. And Jim Clancy, Ronald Romes, Scott Stutter, and Rick Mahler. Joel Skinner, Jerry Brown, Jamie Moyer, Rafael Palmeiro, Scott Ruckin, I think, Ray Rickner, Zane Smith, Rich Rodriguez, Rafael Ramirez, Orlando Arcia, and that. Kyle Albert, R.I.P. Gerard Dyson. We got Tyre Lyons, Christian Adams, Matt Shoemaker, Aries Familia. Chuck, this guy. Rick Helling. Jeff, whoever. And John Barfield. I guess his dad, Bobby Witt. Carlos Martinez. Bob, whoever. And Jeff Robertson. Dave Smith. Mike Scott. Mark Langston. And Devin White. Put him in here, I guess. Fred McGriff. Rick Dempsey. Scott Clarbaugh. Rut Swan. Oh, kidney's starting to hurt. If you know, you know. This guy, I don't know his name. Chris Haney. Ivan Cordone. Calderon. Otis Nixon. Bob Malacki, I think. Melvin Upton. Norman Garcia. Carlton, Norm Carlton, Mike McFarland, Felix Furman, Devon White, Lance Parrish, Mel Hall, Mike something, Kevin Brown, Jay Buhner, Gary Reedus. I'll be right back. Ken Patterson, I think. Albert Bell. Jerry Brown. Hector Venezuela, I think. Rick Watkins. Apologize if. Glenn Braggs. Bob Seba, Joe Rice, right? No, Joe Price, Paul Bade, Glenn Davis, Steve Olin, Kenny Rogers, Rick Mulliner, Kevin Young, Jerry Leonard, Cal Daniels, Bo Diaz. This guy, I don't want to mispronounce his name. Charlie Ledbett, I think. Langston, Carney Langston. Joe somebody. Kevin Brown. Ozzie Virgil. Rick Agola. Scott Bradley. Arthur Rhodes. This guy. John Robertson. Mike Benjamin. Sid Bream. This guy, Gamario. Yeah. Mike Stan. Probably Jake Penn, I think. Try to crawl. Tom Lawless. George Bell. Gavin Lloyd. Right there. John Gray. Put that right there. Wei Chen. This guy. Jimmy Key. Starting to get down to names I don't even know. Mike Flanagan. I don't know why I can't talk. Tim Scott rookie card. Michael Rivers. Jeff Treadway. Tavo Oliveira. Mike Grinder, I think. Jeff Fry. Chris Hammond. Greg Hillibird. Larry Anderson. This guy. Charles Johnson. Randy Myers. Jeremy Hernandez. Ben McDonald. Jay Robertson. Dave Stab, I think. Ernest Riles, I think. Kevin. 3 Kevins. Ooh, Dave Valley. Mike Moustakis. Jack Armstrong. Bobby Rose and Mike Artie, I think. Moses Malou. Gary Scott. Frank Tanada, I think. Robin, this guy. Tom, that guy. Ron Hassey, I think. Jose Lynn. Todd Stottmeyer, I think. Pedro Ramirez. Joey Cora, brother of Alex Cora. Robert Bell. Alex Gonzalez. Wonder if Don Varsho is his son. Mario Duncan. This guy. This guy. Reggie Harris. Matt Williams. Roy Smith. Jose Lynn. I had a category, but now I'm just placing them wherever. Doug. That guy. John Canzori. Michael Oldest Fielder. Excuse me. Mario Duncan again. Felix Furman and Mike Shosha. Got a football card and baseball card. Dave Cash. Junior Ortiz. An hour and 7 minutes later, we got one more section to go. I might rearrange them when I'm done with the video. I got Dave Schmidt. Dave Schmidt. Dave Schmidt. 3 Dave Schmidts. Bill Sampson. Bill Sampson. Tim Mollett, I think. CJ Crone. Frank Viola. Rick, I don't know his name. Paul Fears, I think. Larry Anderson. Jacob Brunfield. Glenn, whatever his name is. Todd Johnson. Cool card. Marquise Grissom. Spike Owen. Wilson Alvarez. Delino DeShields. Sean Dutcham, I think. Butch Reiner. Terry. Calvin. Scott Rutskin. Carl. Kevin Mitchell. Paul Gibson. Miguel Tejada. Astros. Chris, I don't know his last name. Jesus, that guy. Tim Wallach, I think. Wallach. Dennis Cook. Mike Schooler. Xavier Hernandez. I thought they were the same. Xavier Hernandez. Jimmy Jones. Andy Monta. Brian. Terry Pendleton. Darryl Strawberry. Jay Howell. Ivan Calderon, I think. Dickie Schofield. This guy. Ron Darling. Jeff Russell. Bobby Bernella, I think. Mark Whiten. Ruby Sanders, I think. Doug Jones. Ray Fosse. Alvin Davis. Joey Cora. Deion James. Wally Joyner. Brady Anderson. This guy, Lee. Glenn Davis. Lou Gomez. Warren Newsom. Alan Watson. Paul Dade again. Sean Dutson, I think. Terry Matthews, Junior Ortiz, Mark Lewis, Chuck Grime, Lance Blankenship, Mike Dune, Dave Winehouse, I think. I'm not done. I got this stack to go and then we're done. And then I got 800 more to go, but that being a separate video. Reggie Sanders. Glenn Davis. Roberto Hernandez. Kevin Kolaski, I think. Wilson Alvarez. Lane Johnson. Dale Murphy. Cal Ripken Jr. Erasmus Ramirez. Matt Morris. Scott, whatever. Chris Gomez. Dave Verdidi or whatever. This guy. That guy. Bob Welch. Dave Clark. Rick Grown, I think. It's around. I want to say the last name, but I don't want to ruin it. D.D. Gregorius. Terry Pendleton again. Gene Larkin. Gene Larkin. Greg Gange. Lance McCullers. Dave Matiti, I think. Andy Hawkins. Tony Pena. And the last card is Dave LaPointe. So I appreciate you watching this video. I do not know where I'm going to upload it. It might be RMP Sports Entertainment, because we got sports everywhere. So this is what it looks like. Now I got to put it all back. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Press the like button. Press the dislike button. Peace.